I'm Donald Lawrence. I have a BFA from University of Victoria and an MFA from York University in Toronto. I teach at Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops, British Columbia. There I chair the Visual and Performing Arts Department, and I've recently completed a 5-year term as chair of the Research Committee of Senate. I've been involved in undergraduate research since about 1996. I was co-applicant in a program of research looking at crossovers between contemporary Canadian literature and photography. And the principal investigator and I had recently completed team teaching a course in that area. And we hired Roxanne Bouchier as a research assistant to work with us. She researched artists' books, handmade books by artists, in this case by writers held in various public art collections in Western Canada, conducting original research. Roxanne was perhaps the first research assistant at TRU paid for through external research funds. Since that time, TRU's put in place a significant amount of support for undergraduate research, including research scholarships for students, and visual arts students have been central to the evolvement of that research culture since its inception, and so that's something that's been good to see. In addition to seeing the accomplishments of undergraduate research in visual arts, seeing students' professional accomplishments, going on to grad school, etc., I've also chaired the research committee at TRU for a few years, and that's given me a really good sense of the cross-section of research across campus by both faculty and undergraduate students. Undergraduate research and researchers have had a significant impact on my practice, which is primarily in the area of artistic creation and exhibition. I was the principal investigator of the Camera Obscura project. Cameras Obscura are darkened spaces whereby natural light and using either an open aperture or a lens an image is projected inside of whatever's outside, with a long history in art and science and about the very earliest understandings of image formation, and then later the development of photography as a medium and a technology. And we hosted the Midnight Sun Camera Obscura Festival up in Dawson City, Yukon. Around town were numerous temporary public camera obscuras that people could visit, created by the artists, and most of those were realized with significant involvement of the undergraduate students. And the students hosted alongside that an exhibition of their own work, so that was all a part of the festival, and participated in organizing and running workshops throughout the duration of the festival, including ones that they designed themselves, and by invitation of one of the scholars, took part also in some of the public presentations during the festival. So that nicely modeled the various ways that visual arts students could be involved in these sorts of things. Using wilderness and alternative settings for realizing artistic projects is important to a lot of my practice. In 2017, students were significantly involved in helping me realize the Coastal Camera Obscura, a temporary floating public artwork that was set in Vancouver. I've recently returned from Gabriola Island on the west coast, where I've worked with a couple of undergraduate research assistants planning a project with the Kamloops Art Gallery for future youth programming with the gallery. An early instance of an undergraduate research assistant having a significant impact on my work was in 2005. Randy Obenhauer, an alumni of our diploma program, had expertise in industrial sewing. And with that, she created very complex canvas coverings for a gallery-sized installation based on a shipwreck site in Newfoundland. She had skills that I didn't have, but since that time, I've learned from those, and I use industrial sewing in the creation of several of my artworks in recent years, including the Coastal Camera Obscura. Instances such as that, whether in visual arts or otherwise, where there's a kind of a reciprocal process of learning between the research student and the faculty member, seem to me to model what undergraduate research and research more broadly with students can be about.